Welcome in to another basketball game here in Mapleton, Utah. Hosting today is the Mustangs of Mapleton. Coming in as the visitors are the Knights of Springville. We're at that part of the season. This is Mr. Moss, by the way. Mr. Johnson will be joining us shortly. We're at that point of the season where this is the second time that these teams have met. Mapleton comes into the game at 5-0. Springville comes in at a mysterious I don't know. But we hopefully will have a pretty good game today. We know that the two teams were evenly matched in their first meeting at Springville Junior High, and we're hoping for another good one today. For the Mustangs, Easton's looking for the tip and gets it. Starting for the Mustangs today is Colby, number 22. For number 33, Max. Number 11, Jackson, and then we've got Easton, number 30, and Banks, number 3. For the Knights, we've got number 15, number 5, number 11, number 3, and number 13. Jackson with the first steal of the game, looking and gets fouled. Oh, offensive foul. Pardon me. Jackson gets called for that early offensive foul, picks up 1. Mustangs start out in the 1-3-1, looking to get some steals and some high traps. Great little dip pass right there by the Knights. Swing pass up top. Trying to find somebody open in this zone can be difficult. Colby, little mouse in the house, is able to play some good defense against Max, but the number 13 for the Springville was able to turn, didn't quite make it, didn't quite get that score, but a good move to spin himself open. Now Colby sets, fires it over to Banks. Banks with a great skip pass. Jackson shoots. Oh, in and out, not quite there. Both teams trying to take the lid off the hoop here with just a minute gone. Springville swings it over. Number 15 lets it fly. It's in and out. Fight for the rebound. And we got a jump ball. Both teams coming in with maybe a little bit of rust. They've played on Monday. And we've got a long break ahead of us, a 4-day break. And maybe the minds are on what they're going to be doing this weekend, but not for number 5, which sets up out of the out-of-bounds plays and is able to get a little jump shot. Easton having some trouble. And another jump ball is called. Great job by number 3, getting his hands in there, able to deflect that ball and come up with the jump ball. Mustangs trying to make something happen. They've gone a minute and a half without scoring anything. Colby switches it over to Jackson. Easton's going to try to find him in the top, and he does. Colby lets it fly and swishes it in. Nothing but cotton for number 22. All right, Springville trying to find something. Jackson with his trademark deflection, and an offensive foul is going to be called on number 15, swinging the elbow up into Jackson's face. Great possession by Jackson, able to deflect that, trying to get that still, and picks up that offensive foul against number 15. All right, the gym got eerily quiet right there for a half second, but we're back to the action. Mustangs trying to break down this 2-3 zone. Springville trying to extend it up top, make the point guards have something hard to do, but great skip pass by Easton. Colby wasn't quite able to put anything in on that one, but the baseline cutter is open with Banks. Banks lets it fly. Not there. Oh, number 15 had a fast break, but tripped and ended up bouncing that one right off of his knee. Both teams trying to find their sea legs, trying to get something going here. Another skip pass. Jackson in the middle, swinging it over to Colby. Colby is going to give it to Easton. Bounces off the ref. Ref just happens to be an extension of the court, so if it touches him, it still counts. So ball goes to the Knights. We're all tied up, ladies and gentlemen, ready to go. We want to welcome in Mr. Johnson, who was able to go get the roster for the Springville. Coach, it's been a little bit of getting the rust off on both sides here, but we've got some zone defenses that have given probably more trouble than anything else to these boys so far.
It always takes a minute to figure out how to break a zone defense. So I expect in the next couple minutes they're going to start getting the lid off that basket a little bit more once they figure out what everyone's doing.
Yeah, we're looking to see which player for the Mustangs is able to make the right pass or the right cut. Max, right there, and a great pass by Banks, unable to finish on Max, but a great idea from both boys. Max makes up for it with the steal. Banks looking for a fast break. It's one-on-one. He pulls it back out. Colby to Easton. Easton lets it fly,
passes.
And it's in.
Wow. That was a great way to swing it around and find the open man. If you can get Easton going at the start of this game, that's definitely going to spell a little bit of problems for the Springville.
All right, the Knights, number 13. Luke underneath, but Max is able to pick up that defensive rebound. Long outlet pass to Easton. Banks looking for a cutter, doesn't find anybody. Gets it back out. Colby shows and goes, gets it to Max. Back out to Banks again. Banks does the same move. Great movement by the Mustangs. And a foul is called on number 3. Foul Jackson on the follow through. Jackson's going to be shooting 3. Dylan picks up his first foul. Dylan was the same player earlier that was giving Easton such a tough time. But great job by Dylan. He has a pretty good possessions defensively so far.
Well, it's nice to see the Mustangs moving the ball around a lot, trying to get that zone moving. You could tell they were having a hard time catching up to the ball. They're definitely going to have to keep that a little bit tighter if they want to keep them off the shots here. Good first shot by Jackson.
I totally forgot he had 3 shots. I was like, why is no one moving? Yeah.
I also did not know that.
Not a common call to have a foul on a 3-pointer, but the ref making sure safety is always first, tying his shoe. One more shot for Jackson. In between those two, number 32, Colton came in for the Mustangs. We want to welcome in Colton and any of his viewers from Virginia. We know there's a few of you out there, so shout out to you guys. Thanks for being with us. Max receives underneath. Push foul by number 13. I love that pass by Colton. Little show. Threw that fake shot up there and is able to get it down. It's a good spot. That's a soft spot in that zone right now.
Definitely, and he found him really nicely. Like cutting through the middle was awesome. Which brings up a question. If we have viewers in Virginia, and West Virginia is almost heaven, what is regular Virginia?
It's beyond heaven.
That's what I'm talking about.
Because I know people that have lived in West Virginia and people who lived in Virginia, and they would argue that.
Amazing.
Well, as we're talking about Virginia, Banks is able to defy his own name and not banking, but absolutely swish. Nothing but cotton, nothing but the velvet softness. And are you kidding me? Even as we're talking about Banks and how great he's playing, he's able to pick up a fast break point. Great find by Jackson. Mustangs extend their lead to 9.
Good things happen when you hustle down the court. He was able to get down there and get in that play and got paid off at the end.
Mustangs have totally flipped this momentum. Started out slow and have able to pick it up. 9-0 run for them so far. 3:18 left in this first quarter. Easton's looking like he's got his sea legs ready to do some damage. He's able to come in there and draw a foul. He'll be shooting 2. Easton trying to make it a productive trip to the line, going for 2 for 2, and he does. All right, switching up to man-to-man. Coach Schaefer sees something he wants to see and pulling off the man-to-man, looking for some energy maybe. For the Mustangs, the new sub in right here is number 5, Austin. Oh, good give-and-go pass by the Springville. Number 15, number 13, pick up that connection. That's Wilson. Last name is Wilson. So apologize. Some of the roster for the Knights, we only have last names. So we're gonna just pretend we know them so well. We're just gonna call them by their last name. So that was Wilson, number 15 to number 13, and his name is Luke. Great job by Luke to put that in. Keep an eye out for that 2-man game between number 15 and number 13. It seems like they have a good connection.
Definitely on that last play, you could see that. They were right in sync with each other and were able to get a trip to the line.
The Knights have some length. They've got some tall kids. It'll be interesting to see how the Mustangs handle that. The Mustangs have a really strong guard play, but, you know, it will be interesting to see if we're able to keep if the Mustangs are able to keep the bodies fresh in there underneath.
Yeah, they don't have the traditional big man down low, but they definitely like to go to the basket. So I think that will be interesting to see when they drive what happens with the big guys on Springville.
All right. Springville trying to break down the man-to-man again with some type of two-man action again probably. So far denied. Great defense by Austin on that side over there. Great pass. Great cut. Unfortunate not to get that. Matt trying to put that in for Matt Sanchez trying to get that in for Springville, unable to connect. But the Mustangs are back at it, and Colton is saying hello.
He has no problem pulling the trigger when he's open. What a shot.
And a great headband today.
Oh, yeah.
That's a new look for him. I like it. All right, Colton picking up the man-to-man. Great. Number 5. Threw it up with the left hand, his offhand, but almost had that.
They're getting to the basket pretty good. They just can't seem to put those shots in. If they start hitting those, it's definitely going to be dangerous to watch how that evolves over the game. And it looks like we got a blocking foul back here on the other side after a shot.
Kagan making his first appearance of the game today, giving Easton a break here with 1:55 in the first quarter.
Interesting sub. Going to go small and see how that one turns out here at the end. Let's see. That's number 3. Dylan bringing the ball down, passes it over to the side. He's kind of trapped. Oh, and look at that. Right, passes it straight to him. He goes right down the middle. See if he can find the wide open guy. Takes it himself. And a great shot. That's a way to take it strong to the hole, young man.
Austin with a great finish. Plenty of arms and hands in the way, and he's able to fight through it and get the bucket. Springville trying to break down this man-to-man defense, and for the second time, the ref is becoming a physical part of this game. Catches the ball out of bounds.
He better watch himself. He's going to get smacked right in the side of the head or something.
Kagan running the point. Gets it to Colton. Colton banks it in.
Is he the bank man? Did he do that a couple games ago too?
I think he did.
His bank is open for that guy.
Colton shakes his head like, I meant to do that. But we're happy to see him with some success there.
He didn't call it.
Oh, Springville from downtown. That's Dylan. Draining it. Mustangs finding a bit more space in the zone as the game keeps going. Able to build up a little bit of a lead. Well, a little bit. It's 21-6 with 41 seconds left. Great pass inside to Nick. Nick looking to finish, not quite there. Great defensive possession by number 13, Luke, to be able to recover and be able to force Nick Nick had a chance to put it back in, but just a good effort by Springville on that one.
Love to see the hustle. It's one of the easiest things to do in basketball. If you get down to just droop your shoulders and give up. They have not given up. That's good.
Oh, but revenge is a dish best served cold for Nick on the opposite end, is able to get the rejection on number 13. So back and forth with the post so far.
It's freezing in here. Freezing.
I love that. Back and forth. Oh, number 3, Dylan throws it up again. Dylan with back-to-back threes for the Knights, able to cut into that lead. It's down to 12.
Fun fact, Dylan actually had sisters that went to this school.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Huh.
And then went to Springville. So
This is the closest school to Mapleton Junior High, so a lot of these kids know each other from different city leagues or whatever. All right. With that whistle, we finish this first quarter. Mustangs up 21-9. So far, both teams have been able to shake off some rust, be able to find some open shots, and especially for Dylan, able to hit back-to-back threes. You know, they have a total score of 9, so those 6 points mean a lot to them.
Well, they needed that really bad. I think it was 21-2, wasn't it, for a moment? So they definitely needed these points to be able to get back in this. We can't get this far out of the game in the first quarter. So good way for Dylan to just be confident, throw the shots down. Confidence. Got to have it.
It's going to be an interesting game here today, because what we've seen the last few, we've had a couple of boys games in a row. We've seen that they've been able to hit shots really well. And what we saw in the last game with Spanish Fork on Monday was Spanish Fork had some open shots. Unfortunately, they for them, they weren't able to hit them. But our boys, it was a back and forth, but eventually they were able to get over that hump and start making some shots. Today started out slow as well, but after a couple minutes, they already started to fall. We've got Colton with a couple threes. Easton's hit a three. Let's see, did Colby hit one as well?
A bank one.
Yeah. So we're seeing these boys are starting to feel comfortable. Maybe it's a little bit of that home cooking, but they're here, they're ready to play, and so far so good.
It's kind of interesting to see the zone that Springville is playing as well. They got a 3-2. Maybe need to put some more people up on top if the Mapleton's going to be hitting shots like that. Maybe to have just a few more hands in the face. But either way, they're going to make it roll. Here we go.
Yep. Number 11 for the Knights, Delamas. Starts it off, getting to Dylan. Watch out for Dylan. He's a sharpshooter. Got to pick him up high. Over to Delamas. Back up top to Dylan. Over to Matt Sanchez. Mustang's doing a good job putting pressure, forcing them to swing it around the outside instead of finding an inside crease. No crease to be had right now, but Dylan says, I don't need one. Almost drops that third hammer. Great offensive rebound by Matt, unable to finish. Tate picks it up, throws it up top to Colton. Colton's able to take a kind of difficult pass. They called a travel on him. A little bit of a tricky one on there, running out of space on that baseline side.
It's a tough pass to make. It's a tough pass to catch when it's over your head like that, right under the basket. Kind of acts almost like another defender.
Yeah, I like that idea, though. Kagan playing strong safety. Plinko with the ball. Ends up with Colton's hands. And Colton hits Mr. Southworth. I hope he's okay.
I know that
He
Mr.
looks fine.
Southworth is actually a big Arsenal soccer fan.
Are you serious?
Yes, and he definitely kicked that one like an Arsenal supporter would.
Did he volley that and then head it over to the ref, or was it just? It might have been just off camera, but
Yeah, I think he totally did.
yeah. Oh, Tate trying to get that still up top as well. Kagan called on that foul. A little too aggressive, but I like the idea. I'd actually rather have that than the opposite. We can deal with a couple fouls here and there.
If you're going to get in the game, make your mark felt so that you can stay in the game. That's
Which,
what I say.
ironically, is the theme this year at our school, make your mark. These boys are just doing what they've been taught. Matt lets it fly, unable to connect, short off that front rim. Colton finds Tate with the long outlet pass. Tate with the Euro step.
He's looking like James Harden out there.
I love that. Tate looks so comfortable as he made that move. Kagan with another deflection. He has definitely made his presence felt at the top of that 2-3. Colton going for his third. Thank you, sir. Colton getting the crowd fired up, all 50
no
of us.
bank necessary for that one.
I love it. Colton is nothing but smiles. These Mustangs are having a good time right now. Loose ball on the court. Easton finds it. And we've got a kick. The ref was very expressive on that explanation, said that Easton was sitting on the ground and kicked it to his hand. Therefore, illegal move.
It was a good call. Make sure we all know what's going on.
Yeah, I liked it. Easton, call for the wraparound foul. 5 fouls for the Mustangs.
Have you noticed the last few possessions that the Mustangs are finding the majority of their offense off of their defensive stops?
So
They're
far,
getting
yeah.
runouts and all kinds of stuff, and that is paying dividends for them. Defense creates their offense.
I love it. Well-coached team. Mr. Schaefer's done a great job.
Yep.
Easton letting the ref know that maybe some hand-holding going on down there, not letting him go up with both hands, but he's going to take a quick break while Carson gets some minutes with 5:57 left in this first half.
See if Carson can give him a little spark here coming off the bench. Always good to come in at this time, see what you can give him.
Colton is feeling it. He caught that ball and he let it fly.
No delay.
Yeah, but I like him taking that shot.
Oh, yeah.
I've been watching them play their practices and stuff, and he hits so many. He's got a really good, consistent form. He puts it in the pocket. He has a great wrist motion. He should shoot it more often.
Well, especially at this level, if you start getting a little bit of confidence, man, it's amazing how many shots you can hit in a row. So I'm glad he's taking that shot. Kind
Me
of
too.
a heat check for him.
Yeah, but he's on fire. He should do it. So Dylan takes a seat for the Knights as well as Wilson, number 3 and number 15. Coming in to run the top of that 2-3 zone is number 4 and number 1. That's RJ and Canyon. looking to do a little bit of damage against the Mustangs. Tate had a great initial move, but a great block by the Knights, able to put that one back.
That's the length that you talked about to start. Go down low with the little guy. It's a little bit harder to get that shot off.
Ladies and gentlemen, we almost had our third referee contact with the ball. He had to get out of the way and ended up being a turnover for the Knights.
In these parts, we play with 6 people. I mean, that's why.
That's the home court advantage. Okay, Kagan surveys the court. Colton is letting it go. Letting it go. Oh my gosh. All right. Is that 4? I think that's 4 already. We should
4 shots.
No, we need to start tallying these because I feel like he's going to let it fly again. 4 made
We can almost
threes.
guarantee that. This
Holy
next possession.
cow.
Here we go.
That was
Heat
awesome.
check all day.
No, he's grinning though. He is having the time of his life out there. That is great to see by Colton. Number 32 for the Mustangs, leading the charge with his 4 3-point shot made.
Coach, what do you do if you're Springville right now? You got to get back in this game quick.
I think it's just making the right decision against this zone because Mustangs, like we've talked about, have been really, really feisty. Look at Colton right there fighting for that, getting the great denial. Kagan is going to get called for a foul right there, but he's in the right place, doing the right thing. Unfortunately, he picked up that one. We're at 6 fouls. Mustangs at 6 fouls right now. Hayden coming in. But I think it's just making those right passes. You need a couple easy shots to go in because think about it. Dylan's made 3 3-pointers or just 2?
Maybe 2. I think it was 2.
All right, so he's got, 2. So he's got 6 of the 9 total points. They need to keep those passes zinging and find a crease. Right now, as the Mustangs are overplaying at the top of this zone, they need to fake a pass and dribble inside and see if they can get something easy going. Turnover by the Knights. Mustangs, great defensive possession, and Carson picks up the offensive foul going the other way.
Not quite set, but he was definitely in the way. That was probably a pretty decent call. He put his shoulder down, kind of bailed him out of that one a little bit, but great to stand in there and take the charge for him. So we'll have side out. Springville coming down. It looks like Dylan's back in the. Is that Dylan? Yeah, Dylan's back in the game. See if he can get some quick offense. They're gonna need it here in this next couple minutes. Nice swing around to the side with a great shot. Puts it up. Ooh, just a little bit long. Carson goes for the rebound, but loses it out of bounds. We're back to Springville ball. Down low. Delamas will take the ball out of bounds. Let's see what he can find up top. Nice drive down the middle. Finds Dylan over on the side. He's not afraid to shoot. Ooh, and he misses it just short, but a great shot right there. Carson leads it up. Oh, stolen right to try to get into their offense just a little bit. Nice drive. Oh, and that was a great move right there by number 15, Wilson, up and under. It's a way to avoid that defender right there. Tate gets the ball on the outside, drives over to the side, passes it back up top. Oh, I thought he was going to take that shot. He wanted it. Tate's going to do it. He's going to throw that one up. Ooh, a little bit short. Rebound, number 13. That is Luke. And Dylan will bring it back down to see what he can start up right here. Nice little pass over to the side. 15. Who is that? Wilson. He's all over the place. He's getting his own rebounds. And nice drive to the middle. Up. Oh, and it looks like they're probably going to get a foul right there in the middle. And that's by Max. I think they're going to call it on him. Yep, Max will pick up that foul, so that'll be 4 fouls on the Mustangs. 7-4 in favor of the Mustangs on the fouls.
A couple good possessions by the Knights. We talked about it. They're going to need to find those creases and exploit them, or else they're going to have to – they'd just be really swinging the ball from side to side, trying to find an open shot. When if they can find those creases and exploit them, they're going to be going to the free throw line. They're going to be getting hopefully some easy jump shots and turn this around a little bit for them.
Say maybe try to pass it in the middle just a little bit to try to get the zone doing something besides just going side to side. Maybe back and forth just a little bit too.
The one thing that they're not lacking of right now, despite the score, is hustle. Just right there, number 13 was giving his all. That was Luke trying to get that offensive rebound. Almost was able to do it, yeah. Banks shows and goes, gets it to Max in the middle. Max pops it back out. Hayden's in the game looking to do some damage. Carson with the sidestep. Tried to throw it in, but not quite there. Max picks up his second foul in about 30 seconds.
He put his shoulder down and kind of drove that guy right out of bounds. Probably not the greatest rebounding technique, but
Yeah, we last game too, Max picked up a couple of fouls pretty quick in a row. I hope that he's able to stay out of foul trouble today. I think that's only his second.
well, a lot of these fouls are just products of the team being very aggressive, and that's the way they play. And so you can't stop. Got to keep going.
Yeah, that's the momentum is built through that effort. So we want that to keep going. Luke with the great free throw. He's been playing well.
Yeah, these last couple minutes, it's been the Luke show. For
It
real,
has.
he's been rebounding, doing all kinds of good things.
Yeah, number 5 as well for the Knights. Chapman has been able to drive from the outside of that zone and get some better shots as well.
Yep. Got to get those shots to fall.
All right, Mustangs looking to break down this 2-3 zone. Hayden does so. Hayden does a great job of what we're looking to see on the Knights on the other side of splitting the defenders, getting a skip pass, creating an overload on one side and trying to exploit it with another shot. Mustangs, unfortunately, not able to get something productive out of that, but that was a good job by Hayden.
I was just noticing on that possession, they seem very confident with their passes.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
They're moving them around without any fear of getting them picked off or anything, and that's a sign of a well-coached team,
Yeah.
a confident team.
Mustangs able to force that turnover after switching to man-to-man. Hayden had to chase his defender or his player all the way around, but was able to get a hand up and force a bad pass. So good job by the Mustangs.
So the Mustangs haven't scored in probably 3 or 4 minutes, though, so they're doing a lot of great movement and stuff, just not getting the ball in the basket. And the steal right there by Luke.
The Luke show continues. Dylan surveys, throws it out to Delamas. Delamas, hard off that back rim. Great offensive rebound by number 15. That's Wilson. Gets it over to Luke. Inside to number 5. Turnaround jumper. Put that in, young man. That was a great shot by number 5. Cool, calm, and collected by Chapman. Able to pick that ball up, get a little spin move, and throw it in.
He needs to try to do that a couple more times.
Yeah, they
Didn't look
need
like
him.
we had anybody that was going to try to block that one on that possession at least.
No, yeah, and he's one of those kids that's lanky. Great pass and fine. Quick timeout by the Mustangs. Great job by the Knights. They're on a run here.
If I'm counting correctly, I believe it's a 9-0 run.
Yeah, you
That's
called it.
quite a
Coach.
large one.
Mustangs haven't been able to score in a few minutes, and now the Knights forcing a timeout after 2 back-to-back possessions of great play. Actually, more than that because they've been able to pick up some free throws, a couple baskets, and now we're looking at a lot closer game than we had just a couple minutes ago.
That's confidence right there from Springville, coming out knowing that they're still in this game, running their offense, not being too afraid right now. A nice buzzer right there. Not being too afraid of the moment.
Yeah, and we talked about it too, that what can they do to turn it around? Just find that easy shot. And they've been able to do that, especially on that last pass. Man, I wish I know who threw it, but I think it was it number 3 or 15? It might have been Dylan. If Dylan is able to pop those threes like he has and able to whip those passes down underneath to Luke, they're going to be in good shape trying to eat away at this 11-point lead with a minute left.
Yeah. Well, the defensive intensity by Springville has kind of stepped up a little bit too. They're not letting anything inside at all.
Right.
Being very active.
Mustangs giving some precious experience to some of their bench players, giving a chance for them to get some minutes today. Colby is able to get out of that double team. Trying to find somebody, it's trapped again. Nick is able to bail him out. Hayden Claps wants the ball. Everybody diving around. Colby is able to grab the ball, but a timeout is called by Springville.
30-second.
30-second timeout with 39 seconds left in this first half. Not quite sure they had possession, but you know what? It's okay. It's okay. At the end of the day, it's okay.
You know, this could end up being a really important possession for both teams. If Springville comes down here, uses the entire clock, gets a 3, cuts the lead down to single digits by the time we go to halftime, that's a huge confidence boost. On the other hand, if they can't get a score and Mapleton ends up getting one, that's going to be a little discouraging going into halftime as well. But Springville's done a great job fighting back here in this second quarter.
Yeah, they've had a great run, haven't they? Mustangs have gotten some good possessions as well, forcing some passes the last couple possessions, trying to find maybe one pass too many, looking to see if Mustangs are able to get that extra space in that zone and get a shot up, get a good look. Knights trying to do the same thing, much better ball movement. Swinging it all around to number 5. Gets the air ball pass to number 13,
Good
Luke.
position.
Luke unable to control that rebound. And we have a ref overriding the out-of-bounds call. We're going to be shooting 1-on-1. Got called Banks picking up a foul there. The ref was able to see something with his angle that showed that there was a foul on that scramble underneath for possession. So Luke is going to be shooting. Luke putting up his 4th or 5th. Banks is able to elevate, grab that rebound. Great entry pass to Nick. Colby unable to connect with that 3. I was in and out. That was more down than not. Unfortunate not to pick that one up, but a good shot.
Found the shot he wanted, just couldn't hit it.
15 for the Knights. Wilson got a little tangled up with his own legs.
6 seconds for a shot from Mapleton. See what they can come up with.
Jackson swings it to Colby. Colby. Oh, 1 second left. He's got to heave it up there, and he does. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you could see that on the camera. That was a hair's breadth away from going in with that massive heave.
That would have brought all 49 people in this gym to their feet.
There were 50. Did somebody leave?
My bad.
Okay. I hope somebody didn't leave. Well, we made it to halftime. Mustangs, the home team, able to put away 29 points in that first half, and the guests, the Knights of Springville, able to put away 18. So still 11-point lead. All in all, much better second quarter from both sides.
Feels like it has the makings of being a pretty close one, all dependent on how Springville comes out at the half. They, I think, kind of stole the momentum away at the end of that quarter. Well, both teams struggled a little bit at the end, but they stole it away in the second quarter, made a nice run. If they can do that again in the third quarter, we're going to have quite a game on our hands, folks.
I really feel like they could do that too, because if Dylan keeps shooting it well, they've been able to settle down to the point where we've talked about it a couple of times. They're making better passes. They're finding better shots. Their players are open. And they look, like you call it, Coach, they look confident. They look ready to go. And so it'll be interesting to see if the Mustangs are going to come back out with their 1-3-1, which had a lot of success at the beginning to give them this initial lead, or if they're going to be doing their 2-3 or their man-to-man. So that's something I'll be looking forward to.
As long as they get their hands very active, they'll get in those passing lanes, and I'm sure they'll get a few more steals and some easy offense again.
Yeah, one other thing I'll be looking for is how well Luke is able to turn it on there for the Knights towards the end of this first half. He's their big body. He's their guy that's been able to pound underneath and get some easy shots and some rebounds. And like you guys saw, got fouled quite a bit. He's able to put some free throws in as well. It'll be interesting to see how the Mustangs are able to hold on to that, with knowing that we don't have a traditional big. We have Nick, who plays really well underneath. So it's going to be really up to Nick and Easton and Banks. Those are our big guys. See how they do in this second half. So another thing to look forward to. For us, we're looking forward to a great rest of this second half, and we'll be back with some numbers from that first half in just a couple of minutes. So we appreciate you being here on the live stream. Now we're going to be looking for an update from Mr. Call on our live stream numbers. They're going to blow you away.
36.
We're at 36, ladies and gentlemen. That is a Guinness Book of World Records. Not quite, but Mr. Call just had a single solitary tear run down his cheek, because with all 36 of the people watching live, there was no likes. So that's the fuel for Mr. Call's camera. Not literally, he has a battery and stuff, but love it if you could share a like. That'd be awesome. Mr. Call would feel it. And subscribe. It's a great chance to be able to keep track of the school and all the great things that are happening at Mapleton Junior High, home of the Mustangs. We'll be back with you in just about 4 minutes. Welcome back in. We've got a special guest with us, someone we're really excited about, Mrs. Ford, who is our new administrator. This is the end of her second week. Tell us about how you're feeling.
2 weeks in, I am psyched. This has been so fun.
We've been excited to have you with us.
Oh my goodness, this is great. It's great coming back to the junior high. I started my career at the junior high, and now I'm back to the, I moved back up to the junior high, and I'm thrilled about it.
That's
yeah.
right.
It's great.
Tell us some of your thoughts. I know that you're a basketball head like Coach Johnson and myself. Tell us some of your thoughts that you saw as the Mustangs hold on to an 11-point lead here in this start of this third quarter.
Yeah, well, and I agree, and I love to sit here and listen to you two. You know a lot about it, and it's fun to listen. No, they've done some great things, and I would agree with you in what you're saying about Springville coming on strong. And you know what, too? They didn't give up. They didn't. They got down, but they gutted it up, and they did not give up. I mean, that's a testament to the boys and the coaching, and they're doing a great job. One thing I do want to say real quick before it goes, just in general, I've watched thousands of basketball games from 5 years old to through NCAA with my kids playing, and I'm telling you, I'm seeing some extremely talented junior high kids from last time I watched junior high, which has been several years ago. But like I said the last time, but the fundamentals, but not just that, but just the control and the head in the game control that they've got is amazing. To be able to keep their composure, going up for a layup when they've taken a steal, they're doing great.
Yeah, it is.
It's amazing.
I remember when I played junior high basketball, looked nothing like this.
No.
Probably because I was playing, but they're doing great. Well, we appreciate your thoughts, Mrs. Ford, and we appreciate you being able to spend some time with us.
Well, we just want to thank you too, and Kendall, for all you guys do for Mr. Call. You guys, this has been a ton of fun, and everybody appreciates it.
Well, appreciate you.
Thank you.
Okay, quick little update here from the first half. A balanced attack by the Mustangs as we start the ball in here. We had Easton with 5 points. Banks also had 5. Austin was able to put in 1. Jackson was able to put in a free throw, so he had 1. Tate had 2 points. Colby had 2. And then the player of the game so far for the Mustangs, Colton, is able to draw four three-pointers, total of 12 points in that first half.
Well, and one of those stats were being read. We had a travel as Easton tried to go inside, trying to get the ball in there a little bit, but picked up a travel back the other way for Springville. Oh, and what a unfortunate turn right there for DeLamas, missing the layup.
On the Knights side, Dylan was able to hit those 2 3-pointers like we talked about. Luke had 5 points. Chapman had 5, and Wilson with 2. So balanced effort as well between those few players for the Knights. Mustangs trying to convert, trying to make something happen here. Colton is thinking about it every time he touches the ball. Max swings around, gets it to Banks. Banks lets it fly. That looked in the whole time, but came up short. Tipped around, and number 5, Chapman's able to come away with the rebound, is looking to do something. Swings it over to number 15 with the runner.
That's a
Hard
tough
off
shot.
that backside. That is a tough shot there. Easton going coast to coast with the finger roll. I did not expect him to go straight at the rim. I thought he's going to suck it back down and put it up off the glass, but he went high enough. He went right over those defenders.
I know boys love it when they can touch the rim, and he was about a centimeter away from that. So that was a good jump.
Luke with a strong move, unable to convert, but a good job turning his left shoulder and getting an open look. Great extra pass by Banks. Friends who care share, and Banks is able to get it over to Jackson, who's able to throw that one in, a chance for the 3-point play.
Sharing is caring, Mr. Moss. Sharing is caring.
Banks has learned that lesson. That was a great interior pass because he had an open look as well, but the better shot was there, and he found the player. Jackson continued to struggle a little bit with his free throws. Max picks up another foul. It hurts us.
That could be 3. I'm not sure about that. It could have 3.
I think that is 3 on Max.
How hot he is right now, that'd be a bad one to lose. So
no, yeah,
watch
he's
that.
had a couple really good games. Max visibly frustrated, but trying to bring himself back together and help the defensive effort of the Mustangs. Called with a carry is number 5. Chapman not happy with the call, but doesn't fight too much with it. Looked from our angle like he probably did. Give and go. Well, the Mustangs back out top. Easton shows, drives through, gets it to the hot hand of Colton. Colton inside to Max. What a great idea. Colton is able to break down that first layer of the defense and find the open man.
Well, and a great dive to the hoop. He knew exactly where he needed to be. That was basketball IQ. That was fantastic.
Banks with the big hands is able to put his mitts on it, looking to finish on the other side. Unfortunately, not be able to, but he's got his buddy on the other side, Eason. Ball still up for grabs. Max is able to corral it up top, over to the hot end, Colton. Colton looking for Max, swings it instead. Easton gets into the soft corner with Banks. Swing pass over. Colton put that in, young feller. Short on that one. Let it fly. That's in. Boom. Are you kidding me? His 5th three-pointer. That last pass, oh
One
my gosh,
extra
that is
pass.
incredible. Extends the lead to 20 with 5:12 left in this third quarter. Colton has now hit 5 three-pointers. Feasting on that line right there is Colton. Great job by him. And he comes up with the steal, swings it up top to Easton. Easton looking to finish with his, no, swings it back to his right hand and finishes. Great job by Easton Merrill. Forces a timeout by the Knights.
Probably a smart timeout right there. Mapleton's starting to fiddle a little bit. Easton's starting to kind of impose his will a little bit. It was a good timeout for them. They really need a couple buckets here.
Yeah, the strengths of the Mustangs have to be their tall guards, right? We've talked about how they don't really have a ton of traditional bigs. Easton and Banks able to have some great possessions there, but then shout out to Colton. This is so fun to see, a player that's really in the zone, hitting the shots, feeling confident and comfortable, and that is the definition of Colton right now, making it happen with his 5th three-pointer. With a total of 40 points, he almost contributed half of the points for the Mustangs. Yeah, and they've done a great job as well. Mrs. Ford reminding us that the assists on this side too, the Knights had a great run to bring the lead in only to 11, and now the Mustangs have taken that role upon themselves and are being patient and finding the right player at the right time and getting some better shots.
I don't believe they've let Springville score yet, have they?
I don't think so. No, they haven't.
So
Yeah, 4:47 left.
Getting some runouts.
A great run. Max able to get in the right spot, but unable to finish the steal. Number 5, Chapman puts it up there, and Luke skies for that rebound, and I believe Max is going to pick. Oh my gosh, Max has picked up his 4th foul. The worst part about Max not being in the game is that possibly the best hair on the team has to take a break as well.
It's true. He's definitely easy to recognize out there.
And I don't know how he feels about it, but it's the truth. He's got great hair.
We have a little discussion going on over on the other side of the court trying to figure out what to do. Looks like we're going to go baseline side out Springville.
Debate was whether Luke was on the shot on that or if it was on the rebound action. All right. Banks almost able to get that steal on out of bounds, and Nick was able to put his hands up, but my gosh, Wilson, number 15, even holding his hip, got a little bit of contact there, but fought through it and was able to finish.
That's a tough shot.
Colton put that in. Oh my gosh. I apologize for the yell of the mic, but I was so ready for that thing to fall. Are you kidding me?
That could have been another classic Moss yell fest.
Yeah, sorry about that. That's not on purpose. Colton gets a chance to put him in the old-fashioned way, 3 free throws. Who was the other player that had 3 free throws earlier?
I think that was Jackson at the start.
Oh, it was Jackson who got
Peterson.
fouled on that. Not a super common thing at this level, but Mustangs have been able to do it twice now. Jackson, 2 for 2, looking to make it go 3 for 3.
So in between the second and the third free throws, let's give a shout out to Nancy up at the office, who has watched every single game live as it's happening, and she's watching this right now. You are a fantastic fan. Good job as he knocks in the third free throw.
Yeah, Mrs. Escoto, you're responsible. We know it, for one of the 6 likes that we have. So shout out to you. You're keeping the camera charged through your positive energy. Mr. Call knows it was you, so appreciate it. And thank you for all the other people that are hitting that like button. And more than anything else, just appreciate you guys spending the time with us to enjoy the great game of basketball, and a great pass by Nick, doing a little high-low action. They got a foul. Nick is going to get called for that. I guess that he stopped and the other player got tangled up in his legs, but not a fun way to finish that possession, but what a great way to start it. Nick catching it at the elbow, finding a cutting Banks, unable to finish, but that's just good basketball.
Springville looking a lot more confident with their passes right now, passing around the outside. See if they can hit some shots to go with it.
Luke, swing pass over to the corner, number 2, who just came into the game. Oh, lazy pass up top, almost picked off. But Chapman fires away, young man in the corner. Chapman able to put that one away. Great 3-point shot. He's had some great possessions so far. Driving, but also able to hit that 3-pointer.
when you get these kids with a nice in rhythm 3-pointer, they're more likely to knock it down than when they just try to create it themselves. That was fun. That was nice. And that was nice as well.
Great job by the Mustangs, able to draw another 2-pointer in for them. 22-point lead with 3 minutes left in the second half. Luke with the over the shoulder hook shot. I love that. A la Greg Ostertag, maybe. Or carry called on Easton. But a great job underneath. Luke, you're going to want to stop that video right there and watch that one again, because you had a great drop step and able to get an opening, unable to finish, but all in all, a great job by Luke. He's having a heck of a game.
We got Dylan bringing the ball down over here, right down the middle. Is going to be picked up high.
Let's see if Chapman's feeling it. I feel like he might throw another one up there. Swings it out top instead. Looking for the better player. Coach is insisting that somebody move, trying to find some opening. Number 2 is able to find at least some type of an open shot, but probably not what they were looking for. Banks, sets, fires. Easton with the rebound. Back up top to Austin. Austin short on that one. 2 Mustangs unable to pull that in with Nick and Banks, but a good possession. Great job getting that extra pass. Chapman takes it hard to the basket.
Nice little dance on the outside right there, but I will just say, if you find yourself standing somewhere for more than about a second, you're probably in the wrong spot. So it'd be nice to see a little movement, maybe try to get some cutters going down there so we could hit him as he's trying to fake him out with his dribbles. That's
a great point. Chapman's going to be drawing a lot more attention, hitting a 3-pointer, now hitting this free throw. He's had some good drives, and he's going to be drawing attention. And if his teammates are open, he's going to find them. Vance Winters making an appearance. This is great to see for us, because Vance unfortunately had a slight injury on his foot and hasn't been able to play since before Christmas. So another big body for the Mustangs that's desperately needed, like we've talked about, and Vance can be that guy.
And when he did play, he definitely made his presence felt a few games ago, and he was knocking down a couple big shots, if you remember that.
Yeah, he was the player of the game on our first broadcast. Colton's come down to earth a little bit. Missed the last couple 3-pointers, but I say let it fly.
He'll get in it. He'll get in it.
Yeah, let's get a school record out of tonight. He's already made – is he at 4 or 5? I've lost track. Okay. Vance trying to do that dirty work underneath, but Matt is able to scramble and get it. Austin looking to run. Great bounce pass to Vance. Vance inside to Nick. Nick put that in, young man. Great job by the 2 big guys finding each other underneath.
Unselfish basketball. It's a fight to get into a good position, find your teammate wide open, get the 2 points at the end.
Chapman whips it behind his back and gets it over to Dylan. Dylan, that is nothing but net.
3 3-pointers for Dylan.
Dylan also having a great shooting night along with Colton. Dylan picking up his 3rd one, like you said, Coach. Good offense by them. Put that one in, Colton. Are you serious? What? I'm going crazy over here.
He's not gonna.
Whoa,
he's not gonna
his
stop
6th
shooting.
3-pointer. Mustangs extend that lead. They're at 50-27 with less than a minute left in this 3rd quarter. Colton, I know for a fact you are making those fans in Virginia very proud of you right now. Great job, young man. Keep it up. Dylan able to throw in a left runner, unable to make it happen, but they're swinging the ball now much better. And Springville is trying to make something happen. I believe that's number 2, Hughes. If it's not, I apologize. We don't have a great idea with the roster information, but we're hoping that we can get you a shout out. Number 2, great shot on that one. Austin's probing, gets to Vance. Vance with his first shot since Christmas. Short on that one. He's going to get his sea legs very soon. Easton unable to control that pass, and Luke is trying to make something happen, but Colton is still as a statue, not called for anything. The refs are able to let that one slide, and the Mustangs unaware of the clock. 4, 3, Vance puts it up. It's going to be short, but a good couple minutes by the Mustangs, able to extend that lead back out to 20 after a couple of great shots by the Springville Knights.
It's nice to see these boys competing so hard. I say, as I mentioned at the start, when you get down a few points, it's easy to just roll over and quit. These boys are doing a lot of good shots, a lot of good everything. You know they're going to fight till the end. It's great to see.
Now, for those of you at home watching this broadcast, I know it's kind of hard to see sometimes with the players. So we're trying to learn all their names and help you with that part of it. And the biggest reason why we do this is because we know that we can't have as many fans as we normally do. So we love that you're able to have a chance to watch it with us and enjoy this game. We also want to say real quick, we have quite a few live viewers with us. Just a little social experiment. Hit that like button. Just because we don't have any other way for feedback, hit that like button if you think that Colton's going to hit at least 2 more and get to 8 3-pointers in one game. We don't have the comment section open for obvious reasons with the junior high game, but communicate with us via your likes if you think Colton's going to go for that 8 3-point mark.
Well, what is he up to now? Is it 6?
Yeah, he's already at 6.
6 threes. Got to get 2 threes in the next 8 minutes. See how it turns out. I like your thinking with the like button there.
It's the only way we have really to communicate with anybody. Oh my gosh. So we went from 8 likes to 7. Someone believes that Colton is not, they're going the opposite way. Well,
I have faith in him.
Bah humbug. I believe in him. He's going to get it. All right, but he's sitting to start the 4th quarter. We might be in trouble.
You know, though, he's confident with his shot. When he gets in, you know he's going to take him.
RJ in for the Knights. Swings it over to number 2, who we believe is Hughes. But Vance is able to corral that rebound and is looking to do some damage. Over to Austin. Mustangs swinging the ball to the open man. Tate drives, kicks back out. Easton lets it fly. Oh, that looked in.
That was a nice shot.
Number 1 for the Knights, able to come in as well. Cannon getting some minutes. Knights flirting with danger with these long cross-court passes, and it bites him right there as Easton is going to try to dunk it. Oh, no, he didn't. That was so close. He went up to that like I thought he was going to just throw that thing down, but ended up with a finger roll.
Wow, that could have been quite the bring down the house with all 50 of us.
Yeah. Easton with a great steal and finish, extending the lead to 22 with just about 6 minutes and 45 seconds left in this game. Knights are really looking to find something besides this skip pass. They need to get somebody driving in there, exploiting the open. Oh, that was right there for him, but he didn't quite take it. Number 20 had a chance by Walker. Knights relying maybe a little bit too much on that outside shot right now. What do you think,
Coach?
Coach?
Try to pass it inside just so maybe they can kick it back out and find a wide open guy. If they don't like that inside game, at least put it in there every once in a while.
Yeah, I got to have that balance. Tate with a great drive, got the ball back out, but Vance picks up that offensive rebound, able to reset. Vance doing his own little exploration and picks up that foul.
He's going to get a chance to pay himself off at the free throw line here, put in his first points since I think you said before Christmas.
I told Vance this, so I don't think I'm going to be, putting him on the spot here, but Vance's game really reminds me of somebody at the NBA. Like, we're in junior high, we understand that, but he's got a real control over the speed that he plays, and that's a unique skill right now as he misses that first one. But I told Vance that, for those of you guys who are NBA fans, that he reminds me of Kyle Anderson, who was drafted by the Spurs, got traded over to the Grizzlies, and he's been playing with them. He starts. Great job by Vance. Welcome back to the game, young man. Nobody gave him a 5, but he gave himself
his own high five.
Hey,
right
he's
there.
self-sufficient. That's okay.
Attaboy.
But he goes at his own speed, and that's okay because he can get open shots with his height and his lankiness, and he's been able to put some really good minutes in after a long layoff. Easton picks up the steal, up to Austin. Austin is a speedy young man who's able to throw that one in as well.
Strong to the hole, nice soft finish, and that's tough to do at full speed.
Great job by Austin. Austin putting in some effort up top with Tate, trying to do some damage in this 2-3 defense. Knights pleading for someone to move to get open so that they can get an easier pass besides these big skip ones. They got a corner shot. Vance gets caught on a screen. Long rebound opportunity, and the Mustangs pick it up. Easton with his eyes down court for Austin again. Austin corrals it, whips it back, but Matt is able to pick up the steal.
That's tough right there when you get going a little faster than your feet will carry you, but good looks.
Austin is being a pest up there, making nobody happy on the Knights side because hands and feet and hips really is what it needs on defense, what you need on defense, and he's putting all 3 together right now. Knights looking to find somebody open. Skip pass over to Hughes. Into number 20. Welcome to the game, young man. Awesome job by Walker.
That was perfect timing, right? As I was about to say that these big guys need to get a little more involved with these passes. What do you know? They put one in there. He gets a wide open layup down low.
Mustangs looking to exploit a little bit of a soft zone right now by the Knights, and they do. Austin, great job kicking it inside to number 55, Nick. We're doing a hockey change now, ladies and gentlemen. All 5 players for the Knights coming in. Great job by the bench of the Knights, able to get some good energy, get some good experience, and back in for the starters. We've got Dylan, Delamas, Chapman, Luke, and Wilson. Oh, Easton able to put his hand in the way, create a miss, and Tate scoops up the loose ball. Great hustle by Delamas trying to get that in there. Austin had the idea of kicking it midair, but able to settle over to Kagan. Kagan's now looking for somebody. Mustang's getting a little bit statuesque. Austin as he lets it fly.
It's easy to stop moving when you feel pretty comfortable with your lead, but you can't do that. Got to play till the end of this game.
Both sides maybe drawing on the low tank right now. Last game before a long break, but Chapman is not letting up. He's going to drive every chance he gets. Great defensive job by Easton. Tate had the look off, but unable to finish. A block by Dylan. Dylan is smiling.
Great save by Easton there. What hustle.
Kagan able to go in the land of trees and come up with that rebound, but Tate has a pure, sweet jumper and is able to put it in.
That looked pretty automatic right there. It's a good-looking shot.
Kagan and Tate running the top of this defense, able to put some pressure on Dylan. Dylan is smiling as he's on the ground. Despite the score, Dylan is playing his heart out and having a good time.
So unbelievable as this sounds, that could possibly be the first jump ball of this game.
No, it's not.
No,
I
for
disagree.
real.
I disagree.
I don't know.
I disagree, gentlemen.
We have not had a lot of those this game, which is kind of rare.
Yeah, it is rare. We had a couple right to begin as everybody was kind of,
That's a good point.
yeah, a little bit
Sorry, I
rusty and
misspoke.
stuff. No, but you're right. It hasn't been for a long time. So great job by both teams to be able to protect that ball. Kagan swings it all the way over to Tate. Tate loses the dribble and finds Colby. Colby inside pass to Carson. Carson's going to try to get inside. Rejected by Delamas. Great job by him getting his hands in the way. Carson is faking and baking. Unable to find that pass. Chapman cuts it off, and he's going to try to finish. He's going all the way. Chapman,
Good
once
finish.
again, rolls over, puts it in.
So he had some good control right there on his body, getting it close to the basket right there, making a little spin move. Not bad at all, young man.
Mustang swinging it. Delamas finds it. He's falling out of bounds. Scrabble for the ball. Colby's getting dirty. Finding the energy to put in some great defensive effort.
Tough pass.
Knights able to make something happen on that one. We're going to be shooting too, but a great offensive rebound by number 15, following up his own miss. That's Wilson. And I like the Euro. These kids figured this out. It's like, you know, I don't even know if it existed. It really changed with Manu Ginobili when he came in through the Spurs, but it's fun to see them figuring out something that's as good a move as a Euro at this age.
I'll be honest, if I went and played basketball right now and I tried to do a Euro step, I would probably break my own ankle. Just saying. Not something I practice at my age.
I know that you're being, you know, you're being humble, Coach. I've seen you play basketball. You've got the Euro. The Euro's still there. Great job by
Nah.
Wilson putting in a couple free throws. On the other hand, I did try to touch the rim and impress some kids during lunch the other day, and I pulled my hamstring. So you're in much better position than I am.
We definitely are a little older than these boys out here.
Mustangs with the turnover. Carson trying to find somebody underneath, and it looks like it did a little Plinko off of legs and ended up falling off of his. So the Knights looking to make something happen, get some good possessions here with a minute 48 left in this game. Dylan, are you serious? Dylan with another three-pointer. That's 4 for the
I
young
believe
man.
that's 4. Playing good.
Just an update on the likes for those of you watching live. That person who unliked it because they were not thinking that, you know, Colton is able to get that 8, we're back up to 8. Just a little heads up on
And
that
Colton
one.
has not played.
Yes,
the
Colton
whole
hasn't played the fourth quarter. So maybe premature on my part making that prediction, but still fun for both sides. Dylan with 4 and Colton with 6 3-pointers.
They got some shooters out there. Got to watch them.
Mustangs able to force a turnover. Colby gets to Hayden. Hayden. Oh my gosh, are you serious? Hayden, I feel so bad for you, buddy. That looked in. That was in and out.
That was so in, I would have put it on the scoreboard.
I was ready to say. Chapman, unable to control that dribble, gets it to Kagan. Kagan settles. And with the layup.
Confident layup by Kagan. Good to see him getting in there and playing some great minutes right now.
Dylan brings the ball up, looking to maybe get a 5th 3-pointer. Gets over to Wilson. DeLamas lets it fly. That's in. Oh my gosh. I jinxed him. I'm sorry on that one, DeLamas. That was my fault. Good looking shot, though. Unlucky that one didn't go in. Picks up the foul, looking for that offensive rebound. Good hustle by DeLamas. Foul situation is 5-5. Doesn't look like we'll get into the bonus situation with only 51 seconds left here in this second half.
Yeah, I can't imagine we're going to start playing the fouling game here. So probably won't end up on the free throw line.
Mustangs whipping those passes around, trying to find somebody open. Carson playing that high post. Gets it back out to Colby. Colby puts it in. It's raining threes right now.
You can definitely tell that they're making an emphasis on shooting those, and they're going in. Dylan's going to try it again.
Dylan threw that one. I was ready to call that one in as well. These boys are playing such great basketball. 18 seconds left. Let's see if Chapman holds it for one last shot. Carson playing free safety. Got it. Gets it up to Hayden. Hayden and Chapman. A little collision in the middle. Looks like they're just going to hold that ball to finish out the game. Wilson.
See if he's got it.
No. Oh my gosh. I thought that was going to be in. Great job by the Mustangs. Great job by the Knights as well. Final score of 62-38. We're going to try to get the player of the game for the Mustangs to come over for us if we can. Yeah, I think we all know who that is. But we're going to see if we can't get Coach to send him over for us. As Coach is walking over there trying to get our player of the game, I'm going to talk about the player of the game for the Springville Knights. Springville Knights had a great game. They finished with 38 points. Tough loss for them before a long weekend break. But all in all, a great effort by them. We saw in that second quarter, the Knights were able to make a run of it, get some points, get closer in there. And so with that in mind, I'm going to give the player of the game to number 3, point guard Dylan. Dylan ended up with 4 3-pointers. He ran the point the whole time and was really good on defense as well. He was able to get some deflections. He even got a block, which produced the biggest smile I've seen on a player this year on Dylan's face. So just to fill you in, we gave it to number 3, Dylan, on that one.
Agreed. I agree. He definitely put out a lot of defensive energy on the offensive side. He seemed like he was very confident, knew what he wanted to do, and for the most part did, just maybe not quite enough points going to catch up on the scoreboard. But
so, Coach, I know we've had maybe 3 home games in a row with the boys. We've been able to see them a little bit closer than the girls lately. But is it as simple as just shots going in? Because they've been playing well. They're now 6-0 in the season.
Well, I like to start everything on defense, and their shots are definitely falling in. But you can tell at the start of the game, defense was leading to their offense, and that's, I think, where it all starts for them, just to set the tone, and then the shots seem to fall. At least this year.
I agree 100% because we saw it today. They started out slow on both sides of the ball, and then they were able to pick it up, but it didn't start with the offense. It started with the defense. Energy was high, and that led to some better shots on the offensive side.
Well, I've been told that your offense, your shots might not fall, but you can always put out defensive intensity.
Yeah, you can control that 100%. 2 really well-coached teams. As we transition over, we've got Colton Marker, player of the game. We want to welcome in Colton here with us. Colton, great job. Before we start, I want to ask you maybe a hard question.
All right.
Were you able to keep track of how many 3-pointers you made tonight?
No, I wasn't actually.
All right, so we were freaking out a little bit. As you'll watch this broadcast, you'll hear my voice hit a couple octaves higher than normal. Mr. Johnson as well. We were quite sure that you were going to hit 8. That was the number that we threw out there, but you ended up with 6.
Ooh.
Yes, so great job. You are player of the game. Tell us a little bit about what it felt like. Put us in your shoes to be out there and playing so well.
Just felt like every single shot that I shot just felt like it was going in, and teammates knew that, so they just kept hitting me every time. It was just being the hot hand tonight, I guess.
That was an awesome job. All in all, a great game by you guys. Now we're transitioning a little bit in the season. We're at the halfway point. This is the first time that you're playing a team for the second time. What are you guys looking to improve as a team as you head on to the backside of the schedule?
We're just looking more to improve on not underestimating our opponents. Like in the second quarter, they came back 'cause we just thought we had the game in the bag. We just got to work on focusing the whole game, playing four full quarters.
That's awesome. Staying humble. Okay, Colton Marker, player of the game. Congratulations. Fist bump.
Yeah.
Okay, go celebrate with your teammates.
All right.
Okay, good job to Colton. Good job to the Mustangs. I'm Mr. Moss. This is Mr. Johnson. And from here, we want to say thank you to you being part of the broadcast. And then we're going to flip the script a little bit, and we want to show something to the audience today. That right there, my friends, is what's happening behind the camera. We want to thank Mr. Kendall Call. He didn't even know what it was before he zoomed on it. From all of us, Mr. Call, Mr. Johnson, and me, Mr. Moss, we want to thank you for being a part of the broadcast, and we'll catch you at the next one. Thank you.
Go Stings.